right when I needed them. When I was 17, when God was calling me to be a preacher, I had a good friend named Jimmy. And a spiritual giant. And as soon as God said do this, that I was ready to do it and just jumped up and just went, all right, God, let's go. But I'm not naturally that way. Okay, I'm very reluctant, and I was scared. And I didn't know what in the world I was going to do, and I didn't tell anybody that God was calling me to be a preacher. I knew it in my heart, but I didn't tell anybody about it, Brother Bob. And finally, I got to the point it was like I needed to talk to somebody about this, so I confided in my friend Jimmy. And Jimmy gave me some real homecoming. Had some of our college friends were here with us. The guy that preached was a friend of mine from college. Another one just to be with us. Kind of a little reunion kind of thing. Great friends. But y'all, when I went to be the youth minister at First Baptist Garrison, Texas, I was a youth minister there for 12 and a half years. Okay? So I was a youth minister for 16 years, like all put together. And that's why I don't have any hair. That's what happens. You go bald after time, right? Well, I started working at a heart attack. And he'd spent some time in the hospital, and it was obvious that he wasn't going to be able to work at the hardware store anymore. He just couldn't do it. He was, I think he was about 85 or 6. He come by the store after he got out of the hospital, and he took his key off the ring. He laid it up on the counter. After like 50-something years having a key to that door, he laid it up on the counter. I said, Mr. Walter, what's that? He said, that's the door key. And I said, well, why don't you keep it? He said, no. I said, well, what if you need something? And he looked at me and he said, if I need something, I'll call you. I said, Mr. Walter, what if I need something? He said, if you need something, you call me. You know, that's the way friendships are. If I need something, I'll call you. You need something, you call me. And I'm thankful to the Lord that He has given me those friendships over the years. And I'm so thankful my truck broke down in A.B. And I'm not going to do it. I was like, show of hands if you've ever pulled my truck from A.B. tomorrow. I see that all over the place. And my truck broke down in A.B. And I had 5 phone calls. Brother Rusty, I saw your truck. Well, you need some help? And thank y'all for being good friends to me and my family. And I appreciate it a lot. And y'all, if you have a good friend, thank God for them. Amen? If you have a good friend, when you get home today, you need to text them or call them on the phone and tell them how much you love them and thank them for being your friend. You say, well, Brother Rusty, I need some friends like that. Well, go be a friend to somebody. Sometimes the best way to make a friend is go be a friend, right? Find somebody that they need something and you got it. And you go be their friend. And then when you need a friend, they'll be there for you. And y'all, David and Jonathan, God fixed that friendship for them. And God began to build that relationship that it was going to be necessary for David and Jonathan both. And y'all, people come to churches for all kinds of reasons. When I preach on Sunday morning, I can't assume that everybody's here just to worship Jesus because they love Him so much. People come for all kinds of reasons. But I've noticed this, that when people have a friend at a church, they're more likely to come back and they're more likely to stay. Because they develop a friendship that they value and that they, wherever that person worships, so I want to be there with them. We're going to worship Jesus together, you know. And I think that that's a great thing. Well, y'all, not everything is rosy for David. Jonathan loves David. All the people of Israel love David. All of the people in Saul's court love David. But there is a key individual who takes a strong dislike to David. Verse 8. And as they were coming home, when David returned from striking down the Philistine, The women came out of all the cities of Israel singing and dancing to meet King Saul with tambourines and songs of joy and musical instruments. You say, Brother Rusty, my Bible says it a little different than that. If you will come at 5 o'clock tonight, I will explain to you what all the differences are there. But for right now, the ladies come out singing and dancing and playing music, okay? And the women sang to one another as they celebrated. Saul has struck down his thousands and David his 10,000s. Now, you see the theme of the song there? The theme of the song is, and I don't know if you caught it or not, but David's better than Saul. That's the theme. That's what the theme is, right? So verse 8, and Saul was very angry. And at this saying displeased him, and he said, they have ascribed to David 10,000s, and to me they have ascribed thousands. And what more can he have but the kingdom? And Saul eyed David from that day on. So Saul became very jealous of David. Always root out of your heart.